In today's day and age, athletes are no longer defined only by what they do on the court. They are the brand themselves. Aspiring to be athletes like LeBron James or Serena Williams, it takes much more than just perfecting your game on the court. You have to apply that same pressure off the court. So in today's video, we're going to dive into a topic that's often misunderstood. That's the difference between branding and marketing, especially for athletes. So let's kick things off with the basics. What is branding? Your branding is who you are down to the core. And the marketing, that's how you promote who you are. So when you're thinking of branding, you want to think of branding as the story and your marketing as the storyteller. So imagine you're a football player. Your playing style, your attitude, your values, those would all be considered your brand. And how you communicate that, be it through commercials, interviews, social media posts, those are all considered your marketing. So let's break it down a little further. You have 4 things you want to look at. Your personal story, which is oftentimes your journey, your struggles and triumphs that make you more relatable to your audience. You have your values, which is what you stand for, which oftentimes influences how your audience perceive you. Next, you have your visual identity, which is your logos, your color schemes, and different fonts that you use across different platforms. And last, you have your voice and tone. How you communicate to your audience should reflect your personality. So next, we're going to dive into the key elements for athlete marketing. So first, you have content creation. Now that could be videos that you use for YouTube. That could be blog posts that you put on your website, podcasts that you're doing, any social media updates that might offer value. This is all considered content creation. Now the next key element is social media. When you're building your athlete brand, you have to always consider utilizing different social media channels such as Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, even LinkedIn. The next key element for athlete marketing is endorsements. When you're looking to get endorsements, you got to make sure you're partnering with brands that align with who you are deep down to the core. And the last key element for athlete marketing is public relations. Now, how are you handling your media appearances? Are you doing interviews? Are you shaping your public image in a positive way or a negative way? All of these different things will impact how you are essentially marketed to the masses and how your audience perceives you. Now, when you're looking at your marketing, it's often short-term, campaign focused. You're looking to achieve a certain goal. You're often promoting products, services, or the brand itself. You're driving sales or engagement, and it's about getting the word out and just driving action. That's what your marketing is for. Now, here's where it gets a little interesting for athletes. When you're building your brand, you have to understand that what you're building is a legacy, and you're trying to be part of a narrative that's much larger than yourself. Whatever the sport is, you're trying to etch your name into that story. So be different from your competition. And that doesn't just apply on the field or on the court, but off the court as well. Now, when you think about the history of marketing, the tactics have changed over time. So when you think about the 90s, you think about billboards or TV commercials, compared to now when you're looking at more Instagram stories or reels or TikTok videos. The brand is what remained consistent. So you got to always make sure that your brand is the foundation of how you promote yourself. So why is this distinction so crucial? I truly believe that just knowing who you are in terms of just your brand, it's just gonna help you in communicating the message that you wanna communicate to your audience. If you're aspiring to be that top level athlete like a LeBron James, of course, you have to do the work on the court. It is nothing that compares to the work that goes into your craft. Your craft is being an athlete, but you also have to put as much focus and attention, some type of time into actually building your brand off the court. That's where a large portion of your money will come from, honestly. You got to make sure that in every piece of content that you're posting, everything that you're doing from your website to the messages that you're putting out, the tweets that you're putting out, it all represents who you are ultimately down to the core of your brand. So one last time, we're going to go through the key differences between branding versus marketing. So when you're thinking branding, you're thinking more long-term investment, while marketing strategies often focus on short-term goals. Your branding oftentimes comes from within. It's your core identity. The marketing is the external effort to promote that identity. Your brand is what must remain consistent. Your marketing can adapt to different trends or different opportunities that may exist. this. Your branding builds an emotional connection with your audience, whereas your marketing, that aims for just transactions like clicks or views or sales. So to all the athletes that's aspiring to be professional, college, or high school athletes, one thing that you must remember is that your brand is your legacy. And the marketing, that's the megaphone. Make sure you choose them wisely. Once again, it's Andrew from Athfluence. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe and notification bell, and we'll be back next time. Peace.